right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a special Saturday afternoon broadcast of Ellsworth Panther football here on We Are Ellsworth. My name is Jeff Farndorf. We're excited to be here on this Saturday afternoon. A little bit of a unique situation this weekend. First of all, a couple things that we probably need to address. Number one, why is Ellsworth and Amery playing on a Saturday afternoon here between the Panthers and the Warriors? Well, last night's game was rained out due to some pretty heavy rain and thunderstorms in the area. So they waited, hoping to get the game in, and it just was not able to work. Second of all, because of that, last night I was planning to broadcast the game, but doing it from home. And I am not at the game today. You might be asking, well, why am I not at the game today? Well, because we had it set up to broadcast from home, and because I'm missing a few pieces of equipment as far as plugins and other things, then I just decided it was probably best that we try to broadcast the game here from home again today. So I am at home calling the game, and it's going to be a little bit different because of the fact that we have the huddle camera, and so pretty much instead of sitting almost at the 50-yard line in the bleachers watching the game today, I'm going to have the same view that most of you will have. So I am hoping to still be able to give everyone some good information regarding the game, and we are hoping that the video will still be pretty smooth for everybody as we pretty much hooked into the huddle camera footage to be able to bring you the game here today. If it is a little bit loud, please pass on word through the chat and let us know, because I'm not sitting by the bleachers and by the sound system, so sometimes we have to turn it up a little bit louder. So please let us know, and then also there may be some delays from what is going on in the game compared to what I am broadcasting or what's on your screen. So we apologize for that in advance. We are just going to try our best to bring you the game and hope that everything works as much as could possibly be. So, some things to come into for the game here then today on this partly sunny Saturday afternoon here between Ellsworth and Amery. Your Panthers came into the game with a 2-2 record. They got a nice road win last Friday at St. Croix Central, beating Central 28-8. Probably Ellsworth's most complete offensive game so far of the year. Jack Stoltenberg was 10 of 16 for 119 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Cone Heinrichs was able to rush 16 times for 109 yards and a touchdown. And George Roll had 4 catches for 17 yards. The rushing game finally kind of got on track for Ellsworth as they were able to run the ball 36 times for 179 yards. And so it was nice to see them get going there, because we know in the first few games that there had been a little bit of a struggle for them as far as running the football and creating some lanes to be able to shake loose for some bigger plays. So Ellsworth was able to get that nice win against St. Croix Central. Amery comes into the game here, the Amery Warriors, with head coach Ryan Humple, and they are also 2-2. They are coming off a loss to Baldwin Woodville, who is certainly staking their claim as the top team in the Middle Border Conference once again, as they knocked off, Baldwin knocked off Amery 32-10 in last week's game. Amery, from today's video you'll be able to see, is led by a couple of standout players, including number 8, quarterback Jacob Maxson. He's listed in the program I have as a 6'2", 190-pound senior, and Keaton Wallen, a 6'2", 205-pound junior running back. Those two are providing certainly a large chunk of the Amery offense. Maxson on the season so far has rushed 57 times for 276 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Walton has rushed 60 times for 320 yards and 4 touchdowns. So along with that and a variety of receivers to throw the ball to, Amery will be a tough matchup for Ellsworth as they get ready to play here this week on a Saturday afternoon. Obviously, the crowd will be a little thinner, even as I can see from the video, but it's nice to still see some folks were able to get out on a Saturday afternoon to be able to check out the game. Obviously, they would have loved to play the game last night, but when there is thunder, that is just something that they cannot be out on the field doing. So that will be the case as we get ready here for the ball game. We still have the scoreboard in the bottom left corner of the screen here with about 6.5 minutes roughly or so, according to my video. So my video may be a little ahead of what people are seeing on the broadcast until we get the starting lineups and the kickoff. Like we said, we'll do our best, even though I'm not at the game today, to be able to give you some numbers. We won't have a lot of statistics today because I am doing this by my lonesome. And so hopefully we will still be able to have a good game and hopefully an Ellsworth Panther win when all things are said and done. So we will be back here in just a few minutes as Coach Heller and the Panthers will get ready here to take on the Amery Warriors. Make sure to pass on the word to anybody that We Are Ellsworth is live here today for the ball game, and hopefully being able to watch a Panther win, as well as welcoming the folks from Amery. If anyone is watching on We Are Amery today, hit us up in the chat, say hi, let us know where you're watching the game from, and we will be back here in a few minutes.
Everyone knows me as Maddie, but here, I'm Master Sergeant Hefner.
You can't stop this. Ha. So let's go.
This is my life in the Air National Guard.
You can't stop this. Never. Let's go.
All right, so warm-ups are about wrapped up. We should be getting ready pretty soon for the national anthem. Glad you are with us here today. And of course, as you know, we will be working through some things here since I am broadcasting from my home today and I am not at the ball game. I will try my best, and we'll have to see here to make sure that we can get as accurate a video here for you as possible. Thank you to those folks that are dropping in some comments. But we should be ready to get started here pretty soon with the national anthem.
And welcome to Fuller Symes Field at Ellsworth High School for today's Middle Border Conference matchup between the Warriors from Amery and your very own Ellsworth Panthers. In the event of a cardiac emergency, the nearest AED is located on both sidelines. What a great day for a high school football game. To get a college feel, a playoff feel. Right now, we ask that if you're able to please stand and move your caps for the playing the national anthem. The flag is at the north end of the field. Good sportsmanship is the responsibility of all in attendance at this event. I'd like to remind everyone to cheer positively and support all athletes, coaches, officials, spectators throughout this event, and thank you in advance. And now it's time for the starting lineups for both teams. First up, for the visiting Warriors that come into today's contest, 2-2 overall, 1-1 in the middle border. Let's welcome the Warriors from Amery. They'd like to be introduced as a team. They are coached by Mr. Ryan Humpel.
All right, Amery takes the field
points the contest.
as they get ready to get set for the game. Coach Humpel and the Warriors getting ready to get going.
And now, for your hometown, Ellsworth Panthers. They would love to be introduced as a team. They are 2-2 on the season, 1-1 overall, searching for victory number 3. The Panthers are coached by Mr. Rob Heller. Let's give it up for the Panthers.
And Ellsworth takes the field. Ready to get this Middle Border Conference game kicked off and going here this afternoon on this Saturday.
Off a win over St. Croix Central. Today's WIA officials are Randy Johnson, Stan Ridgway, Scott Pelzel, John Brody, and Nick Sperger.
Glad you're with us here today. Quite a unique situation, and trying to broadcast the game from my own recliner today, so this should be quite interesting. We'll try to get names and other things as best as we can here for you as the game goes along. Drop in, say hi in the chat. My apologies. Amery and Ellsworth, both 2-2. And Amery, it's like they've won the toss and will be receiving to start the ball game. As we said, we will try to give you numbers as best as we can, but our view of what the numbers will be a little bit tougher to be able to see compared to if we were right at the game watching from the 50-yard line.
Get the ball first. Beautiful Saturday afternoon.
All right. So, a little bit late, but we're ready to play some football. Augustine ready to kick off here for Ellsworth. Amery with two receivers back deep. We'll try to identify them for you as the catch and the run comes. And here we go. We are underway with a deep kick. That is going to be fielded at the corner and is going to be brought back to the 20. And about right there is where they're going to be stopped.
Hard. Warriors will start the 20-yard line.
All right, so here we go with Amery with their first offensive possession of the ball game.
For the Warriors.
Ellsworth will come out in their defense here as quarterback Jacob Maxson will bring Amery out here for their first offensive series. Ellsworth in their traditional 3-4 defense. And Amery will go here with Maxson out of the shotgun. He's got a running back to his left and one to his right. Brings a man in motion and is going to give it right there to number 2, Cody Hatch.
For the Warriors.
Who will gain a few yards on a jet sweep before Ellsworth makes the tackle.
Cody Hatch, the ball carrier.
That will make it second down. Ellsworth with Brecken Young, Eli Grand, and Chase Cresson up front. George Roll, Sawyer Van Horn, Lucas Stalkey, Charles Huff at linebacker. Again, two receivers. Maxson brings the man in motion. And he's going to give it, looks to Keaton Wallen, and he is rumbling, and he is going to have a first down
carry
as he gets up to about the Ellsworth 30-40-yard line.
Number 22,
a nice hole and run there for number 22. Ellsworth fans should be very familiar with him from the basketball season last year. So Amery will break the huddle again. They'll have Vontae Allen and Wallen with Maxson. And he is going to give it here, it looks like, to Allen, number 32. And he's going to get a couple. Amery uses a lot of deception here, it looks like, in the backfield, so we'll try our best to keep track of who's got the ball there while they're running the football. Also on defense there for Ellsworth, got Lucas Blair at a corner. Cooper Olson at a safety, Parker Peterson at a safety, Gavin Kloss at the corner at the top of your screen. Maxson again, out of the shotgun. Ball on the ground.
Ball is on the ground.
Who's got it? Wallen put it on the ground. Looks like Amery recovered. Or let's see, wait here. And it's Ellsworth football. The first big turnover of the game goes to the Panthers.
On the 37-yard line.
On the fumble recovery. Can't see who came up with the ball there, but Ellsworth will take possession. And will sit in good position at the Amery 37-yard line here. 1st and 10 as they will break the huddle. With the senior Jack Stoltenberg at quarterback. He's got Cone Heinrichs behind him. Kloss is to the bottom of your screen with Peterson in the slot. George Roll, wing left. He's going to send Peterson in motion. There's the give to Heinrichs, right up the middle for a nice gain on first down. Getting almost 5 yards on that carry. A good start for the Ellsworth O-line. That will make it second down. All right, so second down here for Ellsworth. We'll do our best following there. 2nd and 3, looking at the scoreboard in the bottom left corner. Peterson in motion. Quick dive again to Heinrichs. He is wrapped up, but carries ahead at least close to the first down yardage. Looks like number 52 there, Valden Anderson. Or Valden Anderson was there to make the stop. So it's going to be, I believe, 3rd and short for Ellsworth.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, so obviously 4-down territory this deep here for Ellsworth. So we'll see what Coach Elling dials up here. Stoltenberg is going to bring that motion man again. And nice little read option, and hits George Roll out the flat. Breaks a tackle. 20, 10, inside the 10. No, okay, the referee's going to mark him out. Let's see, inside the 20, about the 15-yard line, it looks like.
First down, Panthers.
So Ellsworth at the first down there. That time Jack Stoltenberg kind of pulled that ball out from Heinrichs and then dumped it out on the wing to George Roll. Got the ball in the senior receiver's hands. So it will be 1st and 10 from the 15. Good start so far for Ellsworth. Let's see what comes up here. Same 2 receivers. Stoltenberg with the quick snap. Give to Heinrichs. Tries to cut it back to the right. Gets inside the 5.
With the give.
Close to the 5. Obviously watching the camera here on my computer screen, so I might be a little off. Everyone will have to forgive me. But it will be 2nd down. Inside the 10. Good first drive for Ellsworth. 2nd and 2. Let's see here. Going to line up once again in the pistol. Peterson and Kloss at receiver. Give in the middle to Heinrichs. He's got a little room. Looks like he's got the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for Ellsworth, as they are inside the Amery 5-yard line on 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 4. Ellsworth with the turnover is marching here. Chase Crescent at center, pointing out the defense here for the Ellsworth offensive line. Stoltenberg again with the snap. He's going to ride it to Heinrichs. Spins, touchdown, Ellsworth Panthers. Cone Heinrichs up the middle with the touchdown, and Ellsworth is on the board. And an early 6-0 lead for the Panthers. Augustine in for the extra point. Coach Heller has to be happy with the way this one has started for sure. Kick is up. And it looks like, let's see, it is good. So 7-0 lead as Ellsworth takes the ball off the turnover and marches down the field here to open up a 7-0 lead against Amery.
Cohen Henricks, senior workhorse on that short drive.
Glad you're with us here today on We Are Ellsworth. I think people were a little envious of me that I was going to be broadcasting this game from my home, but we had this planned yesterday with the chance that there was a lot of rain in the area, so kind of sticking to the plan today. Glad you're with us. Make sure to hop on and check out some of the game here on this nice Saturday afternoon at Fuller Symes Field here at Ellsworth High School. Ellsworth with an early 7-0 lead on Amery after the fumble. And ready to kick off here again. We have about 8 minutes still to go here in the first quarter after the Cohen Heinrichs touchdown. And Augustine ready to kick off again to Amery.
Here we go.
Kick is deep, and it's going to be fielded at about the 4-yard line. And Amery, we got lots of penalty flags being thrown here by the referees. My guess is probably a hold or block in the back. Getting up on that return looks like number 10, Alex Siebenauer. On the return, we saw multiple flags I even noticed being thrown there. Looks like a block in the back or holding on Amery. So that will probably back them up to start this drive. Our first incident of yellow laundry on the field. Hopefully not much of that today, so we can keep this game moving.
Warriors on the return.
All right, so Amery's going to start at about the 20. They will send a receiver out to the bottom of the screen here. That is number 6, Tavion Allen. Trying to get a number coming across here in motion. Maxon's going to roll right, taking the snap, in a little trouble, and he is going to run for a few yards before being taken out of bounds there by Cooper Olson, it looks like, number 8. Maxon is a dangerous runner, too, so something Ellsworth is going to have to keep tabs on. But good coverage in the back end there by Ellsworth. It will be 2nd down and 7. Amery still looking and breaks the huddle here. So Maxon will have Keaton Wallen with him in the backfield, along with, is it Vontae Allen, I believe, number 32. Oops, whoops. We got somebody heading off a little too early there. That might have been number 10 out there, Siebenauer, only 5 yards here. As Coach Bahacek is going to get the defense set here. Ellsworth is without Danny Vogel, it looks like today, number 59. I can see him on the huddle camera view here, it looks like in street clothes. So a valuable senior lineman missing. But still have other folks to be able to plug into the game. Now we've got a stoppage. Let's see here. I was talking to Coach Heller about something. So we'll see. Okay.
Other area scores: New Richmond 23, River Falls 6. Altoona gets a W.
All right, we're waiting here to get something with a clock reset from the looks of things.
Number 4 ranked Baldwin Woodville 54, Somerset 13.
You can hear some of the scores from last night's games. Baldwin Woodville with another big win as they have continued to dominate in the Middle Border Conference. Ellsworth will be heading there next week for a ball game. Looks like we're waiting to get something set with a clock issue. Looks like we'll have to wait and see.
Clock is reset. 7:47.
All right, looks like we're set here. They had to add about 5-6 seconds to the clock. Now we are ready. Maxon will take the snap, and he's going to give it to Wallen, who is hit hard in the backfield. It looked like Sawyer Van Horn, number 40 in there, blew that play up. So that'll be a loss of yardage for Amery. And it will be 3rd and long, as Amery will bring a couple players into the huddle. Ellsworth expecting pass here on 3rd and long after that great play by Sawyer Van Horn. And Maxon's going to send out 2 receivers to each side and have 1 running back in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, quarterback run, tries to get to the left, and is hit by a group of Panthers for not much gain at all. And a good job by the Ellsworth defense. It's going to force a punt by Amery.
Back deep for the Panthers. Number 3, Gavin Clark.
Ellsworth a little uncertain here about getting some players out on the field. So they're quickly hustling in and out. All right, Amery will be on to punt. As They bring a couple people in closer to the line of scrimmage. Snap is good. Oh, little pressure there, but the punt is away. And it is caught on the fair catch by Gavin Kloss at the Amery 45, where Ellsworth will start 1st and 10.
Second offensive possession.
We have 6:14 left to go here in the first quarter. And it is 7-0 Panthers.
Looking for win number 3.
All right, a lot of Cone Heinrichs on the first drive here for Ellsworth. So, on the second drive, snap is taken by Stoltenberg. He's going to drop back to throw, looking up top, but that ball is going to be incomplete.
Broken up. Number 2, Cody Hatch for the Warriors, bringing up 2nd down for E-Town.
All right, Cody Hatch over there covering in pass coverage for Amery, making the nice play.
Contest from last
and it'll
night,
be 2nd and 10.
Last night, which means it's Parents' Night this afternoon. So be ready at halftime, everyone.
Ellsworth will break the huddle again with Kloss and Peterson at receiver. Peterson's at the top of your screen. And roll at the wing. Coming in motion is Peterson. Give to Heinrichs, and he's going to be hit for a big loss of yardage. Nice play by the Amery defense there, including, it looks like, number 9, Hayden Leonard, and a couple other players who blew that play up in the backfield. So it'll be 3rd and long here for the Panthers. 3rd and 11 as the clock runs here in the first quarter. Stoltenberg will send those pair of receivers out to the bottom of your screen with Kloss and with Peterson, and roll is split to the top. And he's going to roll to his left, looking there, and oh my goodness gracious. That was a tailor-made interception there that looked like it was dropped by number 2, Hatch. And Ellsworth will have to punt, as there was no receivers open on that play, and Amery will get the ball back. Looks like Keaton Wallen heading back there to take the punt from Ellsworth.
Back deep for the Warriors, number 22, Keaton Wallen.
Punt is on. And everyone's just going to get out of the way as Ellsworth downs that inside the 20.
About the 16-yard line.
And Amery will take over.
Warriors ball.
1st and 10. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Ellsworth.
Warriors averaging 26 points a contest. First 4 games this season. Over 5 minutes
as the ball will be placed at about the 16-yard line. Amery will send Hatch out here to the bottom of your screen. They've got a couple of receivers out to the top of the screen, and it's going to be a quick wide receiver screen there to number 1, Wyatt Hansen. He gets a nice gain on first down of about 8 to 9 yards before Ellsworth is in on the tackle there.
Bringing up 2nd down and 2.
So 2nd and 2. Amery mixing it up a little bit now, going with a little bit more of a spread look on offense with Wallen in the backfield. 2 receivers to each side, gives to Wallen. He breaks loose, and there he goes. Big run for number 22. And he gets it all the way up to about the 39-yard line, and a first down for Amery.
First down, Amery.
The junior with a big run on that play. Amery looking like they're trying to spread Ellsworth out a little bit, maybe make it a little easier to run inside. Receivers to both sides of the screen, gives to Wallen again. This time he is not going anywhere. A lot of Ellsworth players in there. Chase Cresson, Sawyer Van Horn, Eli Grand. A lot of players there making the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes roughly to go here in the first quarter. As Amery will be in a play here from the sideline for Maxson. Once again, it looks like they're going to send Tavion Allen and Vontae Allen to the bottom of your screen. And Maxson with a straight drop. He's looking up top, and he has a man wide open. And that ball is incomplete. Oh, Ellsworth had a blown coverage on that play. They stepped up on that short receiver. And number 6, Tavion Allen, went right down the sideline. But they were not able to complete the pass there. So it will be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 here for Amery. Good play design on that last play, just weren't able to complete it and finish it off. On the top of the screen here in the slot, looks like Cody Hatch. He's coming in motion. Maxson's going to roll right, looking right. He's got an incomplete pass again, that time looking for number 32, Vontae Allen. George Roll, number 18, over in coverage.
Down, Amery.
And it'll be 4th down, Amery. Punt team coming on. And Ellsworth forces a stop.
Once again, back for the Panthers, number 3, Gavin Kloss.
It'll be Gavin Kloss that'll be back to return the punt. 7-0 Ellsworth here, about 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The punt is away, and it's going to get a little bit away from Kloss. He's going to pick it up and try to run. Gets a little bit of yardage, still on his feet. Makes a nice return out of it to about the 30-yard line, where Ellsworth will take over 1st and 10.
A nice punt by Maxson. There is a flag down.
We do have a penalty that was thrown on the play. Let's see what their call is here. All right, looks like an illegal shift on Amery, and that penalty is declined. So Ellsworth will take over 1st and 10 from the 30. As we wind down here towards the end of the first quarter. With Stoltenberg, now Matthew Lundstrom, the junior, number 25, in the backfield. Looks like Ellsworth not certain where they need to be. Kloss is going to come over to the top of your screen by the Amery sideline. And Heinrichs is in the slot. George Roll, wing left. Stoltenberg's going to bring Heinrichs in motion, is going to give it to Heinrichs. Looking for an end. He's got room. There he goes. The 40, 45, 50, cuts it back, and is into Amery territory inside the 50-yard line. Cone Heinrichs with the big run. That gets Ellsworth inside Amery territory, and we'll give him a 1st down.
1st down, E-Town. 3 minutes to go in the first.
Good block on the edge there, leading with Matthew Lundstrom. Heinrichs will split to the bottom of your screen by the Ellsworth sideline. Kloss, top of the screen. Heinrichs in motion. Fake to Heinrichs, give to Matthew Lundstrom. He's got a nice hole. Good job by the O-line. Getting a hole here for him to run.
5'8"
Have to give some props to the guys on the offensive line there for Ellsworth. It's like Gabe Alboredo manning left tackle today. And Landon Anderson, who last we saw a couple weeks ago and got hurt in the Prescott game, is back in at left guard. Chase Cresson at center. Eli Grand at right guard. And I believe, yes, Eli Caves at right tackle. Ellsworth has some good size up front for sure to try to lean on. 2nd and 4. Heinrichs, the motion man, going to give the other way to Lundstrom, and he's hit. What a play there by, looks like Keaton Wallen, blowing that play up from the linebacker position. He shot that in and made a heck of a tackle there. So it goes from 2nd and short to 3rd and long, 3rd and 5 or 6 for Ellsworth. And it will be Kloss to the top of the screen with Peterson in the slot. George Roll wing left. Let's see if they get George Roll ball. Blitz coming. There's the slant, but that ball could not be brought in by Gavin Kloss. A bit of a low throw by Jack Stoltenberg, but could not bring it in either. So that'll make it 4th down. So let's see here. It looks like Coach Heller is going to send in the punt team. And Cone Heinrichs will punt the ball. Stoltenberg had Kloss there, but the throw's a little low, and Kloss wasn't able to secure the catch. So 1:29 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Ellsworth lead. Heinrichs gets the kickoff. And ball's on the ground again. Who's got it? It looked like Wallen was going to be ready to make a move there after catching the punt, and it looked like the ball might have got on the ground again, but Amery does have it. And Ellsworth will come back out on defense. Amery's going to start deep in their own territory at about the 10-yard line. And let's see what Coach Humpel and the Amery Warriors have drawn up. I can tell you to the bottom of your screen here, we have Wyatt Hansen and Cody Hatch. Must be Vontae Allen, and Tavion Allen at the top of your screen. But as that was going on, we've got a wide receiver screen that was blown up by Ellsworth. Like number 1 Hansen on the catch there. He's a 6'4", 170-pound junior. And so it'll be 2nd down. Not much of a gain on that one here for Amery. So bottom of the screen here, we have Hansen, and it looks like Siebenauer. Vontae Allen and Tavion Allen at the top. Ball's down the ground. Who's got it? It looks like Amery's got it again. A little bit of a bad snap there. Or a lost fumble. Not sure if it was on a handoff or the snap. But that'll be 3rd and long here for Amery, as the first quarter is winding down with about 20 seconds left to go. And I think from the looks of things, Amery is going to be content to let the first quarter clock run down and move on to the second quarter. So with that being said, we'll be back here in just a minute. It is 7-0 Ellsworth after the first quarter. We'll be back in just a minute.
Me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
7-0 Ellsworth here as we get ready to start the second quarter. I'm Jeff Varndorf. Thank you for being with us here on We Are Ellsworth, and thank you for dealing with our video here today. We are trying to make do as best as we can with the situation we have here as we're broadcasting from a different site than by the football game. So the video might be a little laggy, unfortunately, but we'll try our best to make sure we still bring you the action here for the game. And welcome to all the folks from Amery as well.
Sure to stick around for that.
And glad that you're with us as we check out the game. It is 7-0 Ellsworth as we get ready here to start the second quarter. They are deep in their own territory here, Amery is, as they are on their own 6-yard line, and it's 3rd and 14. Maxon's going to go back again in the shotgun and just going to play it safe with the run, but Ellsworth is right there to make the play and is going to force a 4th down and a punt.
Bringing up 4th down for Amery.
And the punt team will come on here for Ellsworth and for Amery.
Maxon back to punt for the Warriors. Kloss back deep for E-Town.
All right, high snap on the punt, but the kick is away. Good punt, too. Kloss is going to take it at the Amery 45 to the 40, to the 35, gets to the 30, to the 25.
Nice
A little bit
return by
inside
Kloss.
there is where Ellsworth will
20-yard
start.
return, giving the Panthers a short field. 1st and 10, Ellsworth.
And Ellsworth will take over with excellent field position here.
First and 10.
All right, so Ellsworth will break the huddle here. They are inside the Amery 30 at the 28, where it will be 1st and 10. Straight give up the middle to Heinrichs. He makes his way over the right side and does get a few yards before being gang tackled there by the Amery defense as they're running behind Eli Grand and Eli Caves. A lot of Amery players getting off the pile there, including number 10, Siebenauer, and Keaton Wallen, who have a feeling will be in on a lot of tackles here for Amery. It'll be 2nd and 6. That's Gavin Kloss at the bottom of your screen, Parker Peterson at the top. And once again, the ride to Heinrichs, and he's hit, but gets ahead for about a yard, maybe 2 at the most. So it'll still be 3rd down and about 4 or 5 yards to go for Ellsworth. All right, some subs coming in the game here for Ellsworth, including Stalky and including Cooper Olson. And Ellsworth will break the huddle and send 2 receivers here to the bottom of the screen, Peterson and Kloss. Big George Roll at the top of the screen there to the left. Stoltenberg looking right. Pumps, now gets to his left, throws it deep looking for George Roll, and it's caught. Touchdown, Ellsworth. Stoltenberg to Roll, and Ellsworth gets another touchdown on the board. That was a case of a guy just being 6'6", a little plus. And Stoltenberg threw it up where George Roll could catch it. And Ellsworth opens up a 13-0 lead here with the extra point coming from Nathan Augustine. Kick is up. And the kick is good. We have a penalty flag, though, on the field. See what we have here from the referees. Holding on Ellsworth. Looks like we're going to have to try that extra point again.
Looks like it's on the Panthers. We'll be redoing the extra point.
Nathan Augustine has been a revelation for Ellsworth as a kicker for sure. He has kicked some field goals that have been well over 35 yards. Let's see if he can knock this extra point from 10 yards back. As he'll get another crack at it with Stoltenberg holding. Snap. Spot.
Doesn't matter for
and the kick is still good. Nice job by Nathan Augustine, and Ellsworth opens up a 14-0 lead here on Amery early in the second quarter here on We Are Ellsworth. Glad you're with us here today on this Saturday afternoon. I was watching a little bit of the Badgers game earlier this morning, but that was not looking pretty. Going to be possibly a tough year for the Badger football team. Not sure how many games they'll be able to pick up and win with the schedule they have, but we'll have to see. Ellsworth ready to kick off. They have played a pretty solid game here in the first half, took advantage of a turnover for a touchdown. And the defense so far has played well against Amery, but Amery has some good offensive weapons as well. So Ellsworth will have to make sure they're ready to go here on defense.
Next up for E-Town. At Baldwin next Friday. Warriors coming off a tough loss.
As you can hear, Mr. Whalen, his voice sounds familiar from the announcing booth, even though I'm not at the game. Ellsworth is off to Baldwin Woodville next week. Baldwin Woodville, despite losing some senior players from the team that almost won the state championship last year in Division 4, look about as good as ever. So that will be a tough game coming up here for Ellsworth, too. So Augustine ready to kick. Another solid and deep kick. And here comes the run back by Amery. Nice run again there, as it looks like Keaton Wallen brings it up to almost the 35-yard line. And here comes the Amery offense and the Ellsworth defense. Wallen is an excellent all-around athlete. There is no doubt. Football, basketball, just really good.
First and 10, Amery.
All right, first and 10, Amery. Ellsworth defense has been pretty solid so far. Let's see what Amery has on the play sheet here for the beginning of this drive. They're going to send the Allens, Tavion, Vontae to the bottom of the screen. Looks like Hanson and Hatch to the top of the screen. Wallen in the backfield with Maxon. Straight back to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. He gets away. And then he is going to be ruled out of bounds, maybe a yard, possibly. George Roll, it looks like, was over there on the far side, keeping an eye on him. Looks like maybe a yard, yep. It looks like 2nd and 9. Good coverage by Ellsworth. And a little bit of pressure up the middle there. Forced Maxon to get out to the right side. So it will be 2nd down and 9. 2 backs in the backfield with Maxon. And he's going to go straight back again. He's looking up top and just overthrew his receiver. He was looking out there on the side for number 3, Austin Hanson. Looked like the pass was just well over his head. So it'll be 3rd and long from the 33. Amery's not gotten going yet offensively, so hopefully for the Ellsworth fans that'll continue. But they definitely have some weapons. Third and 10. Looks like we have Hatch to the bottom of our screen here, Hanson to the top of the screen. And pressure coming on the out pass. Wallen breaks a tackle. There he goes. He's over the 50-yard line into Ellsworth territory.
Pass from Maxon to number 32, Vontae Allen.
Oh, my apologies there, folks. That was number 32. Still an excellent run, Vontae Allen. He was able to break a couple of tackles and get into Ellsworth territory there, so that was a heck of a play. I saw the 2. Couldn't tell if it was 22 or 32. So we have an injured Ellsworth player down on the side there by the Amery sideline. We'll try to get a number here for you on who that was, or who that is there. It's Coach Heller. I'm wondering it was number 44, Charles Huff. Well, let's see here. If it was Huff, he's one of the inside linebackers there on the Panther defense.
As we tend to our fellow Panther, once again coming up for Amery, 2-2 on the season overall.
So let's see. It is Huff. He's being helped up by the trainer, by Coach Heller. And he's not putting a lot of weight there on that right leg as he's coming off the field. Huff did miss a game a couple of weeks ago and does have a brace on that right leg, right knee area. So hopefully it's nothing that's too serious, as Matthew Lundstrom will come in the game for him. But he's definitely getting off the field very gingerly, to put it mildly.
Homecoming in 2 weeks.
So let's see what happened here. Looks like maybe they called Allen out of bounds a little earlier than where he finished up that run, because I thought that the ball was inside the 50. But they're going to start at the Amery 49-yard line instead. So still 1st down, though. Nice run, catch and run there by Allen. Maxon with 4 wides. He's straight back again, looking up top, and he heaves it, looking for a receiver, and it is incomplete.
Yes. out of reach.
Look like number 2, Parker Peterson, back there in coverage. The Amery receiver looking for a flag. At least it looks like, for putting his arms up in the air there. Obviously not something I can see. But it will be second down. Amery's going to go more to a bit of a passing attack. Ellsworth's going to have to do a little better job of getting some pressure on the quarterback here. We'll see. All right, bottom of the screen here. It's going to be a run by Maxson, as we had a couple receivers to the bottom of the screen. Gets a nice second down run of almost 5 yards.
After that last run.
We got a penalty. Looks like it's on Ellsworth.
Against Ellsworth, unsportsmanlike. Back in the Panthers.
Which will push them back.
Warriors keep marching. 9:20 to go.
Let's see here. Is that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ellsworth? They are going a ways. It must be. Yeah.
It'll be first down, Amery, 31.
Not a smart play there by the Ellsworth defense. Obviously could not tell from watching what happened, but not something you want to try to be doing here. So Amery's going to spread it again with Wallen in the backfield with Maxson. Brings a man in motion, gives the jet sweep. Hatch cuts it back, but doesn't get too much. Van Horn is in there on the tackle, along with, looks like, Lundstrom.
Number 2, Cody Hatch. Short gain, and makes it 2nd and 8.
So it will be second down. Ellsworth up 14-0. So they will send 4 receivers again. 2 to each side. Hatch is the man in motion. Now we've got another penalty. Let's see here. False start.
On the Warriors, that'll back them up.
On Amery.
Still remains second down.
So that'll back it up 5 to the 35-yard line. Make it 2nd and 13.
Line for E-Town. 55 Fisk, 78. Excuse me. 55 Young, 78. Eli Grand, and 64. Chase Crescent. And here come the Warriors. 2nd and 12.
All right, at the top of the screen here, it looks like it will be Austin Hansen and Cody Hatch. Bottom of the screen, 2 more receivers. Maxson's going to take the run himself, breaks a couple tackles, and then gets hit hard. And there goes a helmet.
A nice cut upfield.
Whoa, that was quite the hit there, looks like, as the helmet went off. Nice run by Maxson, who has picked up some good yardage on the ground.
Hit by the Panthers.
That'll make it 3rd down. Now Maxson will have to come out for one play because of the fact that his helmet went off. And it will be 3rd and 6. As Amery's back inside the Ellsworth 30 at about the 29-yard line. So a new quarterback will be in the game for a play here. Siebenaller, it looks like, brings the man in motion. It's going to give it to Keaton Wallen, who cuts back. It's tackled by a group of Panthers. It'll be short of the first down. You have to assume Amery is going to go, of course. As a gang of Ellsworth Panthers were tackling the Amery running back. So let's see what happens here on 4th down. Big play for Coach Bahacek and his defense here on 4th and 5. So Maxson back at quarterback. He's got Tavion Allen. And it looks like Siebenaller at the bottom of the screen. Maxson going back deep. He throws it deep. And that ball is intercepted. Yes, it is intercepted in the end zone for a touchback. Looks like Parker Peterson with the interception.
Ellsworth football.
And so it'll be Ellsworth football. Yes. Of course, with the huddle camera view, once it goes to a long pass like that, the camera view kind of expands a little, so it's a little tough to be able to see. But Parker Peterson made the interception in the end zone. So Ellsworth, with their second turnover, will take over on the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Panthers.
As they head from south to north and from left to right on your screen. Excuse me, from north to south on your screen. Stoltenberg's going to take it, fakes to Heinrichs, pressure coming, and he throws it away. No one there. Great pressure by number 56 there for Amery. That's Sam Strike, a senior lineman who was right in Stoltenberg's lap on that play. Had no time to be able to throw. All right. So, 2nd and 10. There's the slant to Gavin Kloss.
Stoltenberg to Kloss.
That will be a first down for Ellsworth.
The first down for E-Town. 6.5 to go in the first half.
All right, under 7 minutes to go in the first half. On the completion play there, Stoltenberg is going to give it to Heinrichs. We got, I think, some penalty flags being thrown.
Thrown for a loss. There's a flag on the
Coach
play.
Elling not looking too happy down there on the sideline after that play. Probably a penalty on Ellsworth.
Holding is the call against Ellsworth. That'll back him up. Still remain first down.
All right, it's going to back up Ellsworth here after that penalty. Looks like a holding penalty here on Ellsworth, so it will be first down, and they will be backed up inside the Amery 30, 1st and 20 from the 26-yard line.
It'll be first down and 20, Ellsworth.
Stoltenberg's going to go out of the pistol with 3 receivers. Looks to his right and looking for Keegan Stalkey, but that one is incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 20.
Keegan Stalkey, second down, coming up for Ellsworth.
So 2nd and 20 from the 26. 6:20 to go here in the first half. Stoltenberg takes the snap, looking at the out to Kloss. He's got a nice gainer there, getting up close to the 40 before getting knocked out of bounds. Gets a good chunk of the penalty yardage back, but it's still going to be 3rd and long.
And a 3rd down and a long 8.
3rd and about 8 or 9 for Ellsworth here after the completion. They will send both Peterson and Kloss to the top of the screen this time. And that's George Roll on the wing. Man in motion, blitz coming. Over the middle, there's another completion, and that's a first down. Looks like Gavin Kloss again on the catch. Stoltenberg was able to dial that one up for a first down. And Ellsworth moves into Amery territory. Nice pitch and catch there. First and 10 from the 46. He's got Heinrichs behind him in the backfield and Roll wing to the left. Gives to Heinrichs, trying to cut left. Does make a nice run there for a good 5 yards, 5, 6 yards for Cone Heinrichs. as Ellsworth will bring some subs into the game.
Check that gain of 5. Second down and 5. 5.5 to play in the second quarter.
All right, so second down and 5. We've got Peterson in the slot here, along with Kloss. Roll to the top of the screen. And Stoltenberg looking that way, puts it up top for George Roll. And it's caught! Touchdown! Is that a touchdown there? Let's see. Nope.
Let's see what the flags mean.
What do we have here? Waiting for the call from the referees.
The flag is against Ellsworth, nullifying the touchdown.
So there will not be a touchdown. Ellsworth coach is obviously not too happy about that one. So that will push Ellsworth back again.
Town backs him up. Still remains second down.
So second down and long here for Ellsworth. Another big penalty here on this drive. So they will come back in the huddle here and spread out some receivers. This roll is going to go up to the Amery sideline, top left, with Peterson and Kloss. Stoltenberg ready to take the snap. Big blitz coming. Stoltenberg quickly to Kloss. And that ball's ruled to catch. Once again, they get the penalty yards back, it looks like. Close to about a 10-yard gain.
The gain of 11.
So Ellsworth's had a couple of penalties on this. Oh, now they're overruling and saying, no, it was not a catch, apparently.
Review, incomplete.
So the referees had a conference and apparently decided it was not a catch. Okay. So we'll make it 3rd and a mile. Let's see what Ellsworth decides to do. A little tough when you have to deal with penalties to try to make that yardage up. 3rd and long here for Ellsworth. They need to get down to almost the Amery 35 for a first down. Blitz coming. It is picked up, and he goes up top again, but let's see if that ball's caught by George Roll. They're saying he was out of bounds. Just out of bounds on the play, so it'll have to be 4th down. And Ellsworth will be on to punt.
That flag is against E-Town.
Apparently another penalty. Coach Heller out looking for an explanation here.
Back him up for 4th down. Back again to receive the punt. Once again is number 22, Keaton Wolin.
Coach Heller not pleased about a couple of calls on that drive. Not sure if they called George Roll for pushing off. Of course, there has to be a little bit of allowance for both the D-back and the receiver to be able to have some hand fighting down that sideline if they are throwing the ball, for sure. But those penalties really shot Ellsworth in the foot there. Punt is up. Oh, we have a stoppage in play.
It's a false start against E-Town.
Another penalty on Ellsworth.
Still 4th down.
Looks like Coach Heller might be taking a timeout here. And to pull everybody aside and probably say, hey guys,
Timeout, E-Town.
Stop committing these penalties, huh? Probably good timeout by Coach Heller. That will make it 4th and probably drive to Amery for a first down. There's at least 4 penalties on Ellsworth on that drive. So a little sloppy there by the Panthers as we're down to 4:13 to go here in the first half. Heinrich's ready. Sends it off to the right. And it will roll and continue to roll. So down to about the 32, 33-yard line for first down Amery. Say thank you, folks, for being here. We are Ellsworth. As you can see in the comments in the chat, we tried our best today, despite not having some equipment to be able to hook up at the actual football game to broadcast the game. But pretty clear that the internet speed from my home is probably not quick enough to be able to give you a perfect up-to-date video here. So once again, we apologize for that, but trying our best to still have some high school football today, which is the most important thing. Maxon is going to take the snap, and he's going to throw the wide receiver screen here. And being tackled by a host of Panthers, it looks like number 6, Tavion Allen, with the catch and run.
Bringing up second down.
It'll make it second down here after a gain of about 5 yards. As the clock runs under 4 minutes to go. Amery has Hansen. Looks like Siebenaller. Man in motion. It's Hatch. There's the give to Wallen. He's hit by Chase Crescent right away. And gets some help there from Cooper Olsen and a couple other players. Big Chase Crescent with a stop there as he wrapped up Wallen after the gain of maybe a yard or 2 at the most. And so it will be third down. It's like Tavion Allen coming back in the ball game here with a play for the Amery offense. They're going to go spread once again. Allen and Siebenaller to the top of the screen. Hatch in motion. Hansen at the bottom of the screen. Maxon rolling right. Pressure coming. Cuts it back left, and he's got some room to run before he's finally brought down by Gavin Kloss. Nice cutback there by Maxon. Ellsworth too much over pursuing and gave Maxon a huge area to run and to pick up a big first down here for Amery.
Subbing in for the Panthers, D-line number 60, Landon Anderson.
All right, first and 10 from the 48, under 2.5 to go in the first half. Give to Wallen. He's hit right away. Sawyer Van Horn blew that one up from the inside linebacker spot.
Gain of 1.
Maybe a yard for Wallen. Ellsworth in general has done a pretty good job keeping him under wraps so far. But plenty of ball game left. Amery right to the line. 2nd and 9. Maxon with a straight drop. No pressure. Oh, that ball's intercepted. Or was it dropped? George Roll in his zone defense, almost with a big interception there on the slant. He read that one perfectly. And so it'll be third down and long here for Amery. Let's see if Ellsworth can generate a little pressure this time. George Roll was back in coverage there and read that one awfully well. So Amery double checking their wristbands for what play they're running. It's like Siebenaller and Allen will go to the bottom of the screen here. And now Amery, Coach Humpel's going to want a timeout, it looks like, to talk things over. So it will still be 14-0 with under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half on We Are Ellsworth. Thanks for bearing with us here, ladies and gentlemen, on a day where we're trying to do a unique broadcast because of the situation we had here with the weather and other things yesterday. Just a reminder, schedule-wise, that Amery, their next game is going to be next Saturday. So they'll actually have 2 Saturday games in a row as they'll be hosting Altoona. Ellsworth is off to Baldwin-Woodville next week to play against the conference-leading Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks.
Here in western Wisconsin.
It is 3rd and 9, just on the Amery side, or on the Amery side of the 50-yard line, at the 48.
10 for Amery, coming right up.
Maxon will have it spread out again. See if Ellsworth brings any pressure. 4-man rush. Maxon gets away, throws it over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. He overthrew, only had one receiver there in the middle. Looked like Allen, number 6, and that ball was well overthrown. So it will force a punt, and Ellsworth does their job defensively, forcing another punt from Amery. Ellsworth kind of staying up just in case, looking for a fake.
Kloss back deep again.
Kloss will be back to take the punt. There it is. Nice punt again by Maxon. That ball is going to roll. It is going to continue to roll. Did he get into the end zone?
Roll. Great effort. It is touchback. Panther ball.
It is in the end zone. So Ellsworth will start at the 20 with 1.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Coach Heller and Coach Elling want to try to push the ball down the field. Ellsworth does get the ball to start the second half, so they might decide to play it a little safe and then get the ball to start the second half. But let's see what they decide to do.
First and 10, Panthers.
All right, so Heinrichs is going to be on the bottom of your screen here. Kloss at the top. Matthew Lundstrom's in the game in the backfield. Here comes Heinrichs in motion. And now we have, oh my goodness, another penalty flag. Let's see here. Well, I tell you, right now, Ellsworth is just shooting themselves in the foot with the number of penalties they're picking up on offense here. That's at least 4 to 5 penalties in the last little over one drive that they've had. See if they can get that cleaned up a little bit. It'll be 1st and 15 with about 1:32 to go. Kloss is going to come to the bottom of the screen this time. Heinrichs to the top. And Stoltenberg on the quick out to Kloss. He's going to get a little yardage back. They got the penalty yardage back, so it'll be 2nd and about 10. Ellsworth's right up to the line this time. Coach Elling giving some signals here on the plays as the clock is stopped with Kloss getting out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10, I believe, roughly. Stoltenberg again with the straight drop, looking and nowhere to go, rolls right, still looking, and he'll just throw it away. Good decision, nowhere to throw the ball. So it'll be 3rd down. Let's see what Ellsworth decides to do on 3rd down, if they decide to play it safe or not. 3rd and 8 from the 15. George Roll is going to be at the bottom of your screen this time with number 23 over there, Leopold Jensen matching up with him. Amery shows blitz. Here they come. Looking up top. And that ball almost caught and incomplete. Nice coverage out there as well by Amery. And that's going to be a 3 and out for Ellsworth as they'll have to punt the ball right back to the Warriors with exactly 1 minute to go in the first half. Fourth and 8, Heinrichs back to punt. Wallen waiting back to receive. There is the punt. Pretty solid punt by Heinrichs here.
Beautiful punt.
Wallen will fair catch it inside the 40, so a nice punt there by Cone
Just
Heinrichs.
about the 40.
And the Ellsworth defense will come back out on the field with 55 seconds to go in the first half. 14-0 Ellsworth. And now let's see what Amery decides to do. They haven't had, so far at least, a lot of luck in the passing game, but we'll see if they decide to still try to push this down the field or take a run or two and head into the half. 4 wides for Amery. Maxon takes the snap. He's back to throw, and he is looking up top. He's got a receiver down there. But Parker Peterson, playing safety over there, does a nice job of defending and knocking the ball away.
Pass intended
It'll
for
be
Hansen.
second down and 10.
Second down and 10. Clock does stop.
Landon Anderson coming in here. Looks like he's going to sub Brecken Young out on the defensive line. And once again, Amery will spread it as they have done a majority of this first half with 4 wide receivers. Maxon with the play fake, immediate pressure, but gets away from Crescent, throws down the field, wide open in the middle of the field.
Maxon to Wallen.
There's Keaton Wallen on a big-time play by Amery there. As he hits Wallen running down the middle of the field free. Chase Crescent had some immediate pressure, but Maxon was able to escape. So the chains will get set here. Amery trying to hustle to the line. No timeout given. Clock is running. They give to Wallen. He's hit right away. Eli Grand, among others, there on the tackle. And Amery's going to take a quick timeout here. They'll definitely be going for something now with 33 seconds left.
33 seconds to go.
33 seconds to go here in the first half and 14-0. Thank you again, folks, for watching the game today. As we said a little earlier, not at the game broadcasting today because we were planning to do it last night because of the rain from home, and weren't able to get to the game today over at the high school. So trying our best to give you a little bit of high school football, despite the fact that because of the internet speed, it doesn't seem like we can give you the quick up-to-date video, and that it's lagging a bit behind. So we're sorry about that. You see that there's a link in the chat for the huddle camera. If you'd like to go to that and so you can get a little bit better experience, certainly would not hold it against you, but still trying our best to make sure to bring the Ellsworth game here on We Are Ellsworth. Amery with a deep threat here, 33 seconds, 2nd and 9. From the Ellsworth 24 after that big-time pass to Keaton Wallen. Maxon's going to take the snap. He is looking right, looking left, nothing there. Looks to run, and now he's escaped. Ellsworth trying to make a play, and they do. About the 15-yard line. Clock still running, 20 seconds and counting. Now timeout's being used.
Timeout once again by the Warriors.
Maxon, an elusive runner there at quarterback, was something Ellsworth has to make sure and contend with.
No timeouts remaining for Amery.
All right, so that's Amery's last timeout. So 18 seconds left and no timeouts left for Amery. So we'll have to see what Amery tries to decide to do as Ellsworth tries to hold on here defensively in the first half. So it looks like the Badgers went down to defeat today in Maryland. That's a pretty tough one there. Pretty tough one.
3rd and short.
Thought they had a good hire there with Luke Fickle, but boy, the Wisconsin football program, really tough right now. 18 seconds, third down. Maxson looking to the end zone. He's got a man, but he overthrew him. He had Wallen down the seam, but he overthrew him a little bit. If he would have dropped that one in there, likely would have been a touchdown because Ellsworth had nobody back there. So it is going to be 4th and short. Let's see what Amery decides to do here. Are they lining up to try to kick a field goal? Yep, looks like it. Maxson's going to line up to kick a field goal. No timeouts left for Amery. Ellsworth's got to hustle to get off the field, which they do. Snap, kick. Looking for the referee's signal there. It was plenty of leg, but it was no good. And so it'll be Ellsworth football. Ellsworth escapes without giving up anything there on that play and on that drive. And so I think we probably have to expect Ellsworth to probably come take a knee to head into the first half. With 9 seconds to go. And Ellsworth with a 14-0 lead. Stoltenberg will be back there with Crescent to take the snap, and he will take a knee, which will run the clock to the half. And with that, Ellsworth will go into the half with a 14-0 lead.
First half of play. Both squads.
So a good first half there for the Ellsworth Panthers defensively, being able to hang on, and along with a couple touchdowns on offense, they will open up a 14-0 lead as they go to the half against Amery here on We Are Ellsworth. Glad you're with us here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a little bit to recap the first half and to get ready for the second half of action here on Parents' Day for Saturday Ellsworth football. We'll be back soon.
Afterwards, we will have the Little Panthers coming on out to the paw. So here's the official announcement. The players, dancers, Ellsworth Football Association, Ellsworth Dance Team, coaches and staff would like to honor our parents of football and dance. If you have not already done so, please stop by the gift table located by the concession stand to receive your small gift of appreciation donated by Ellsworth Football Association and Amber Jean Photography. And after the game, Kate Ocker has generously offered to take a photo of each player and dancer with the parents of the field goal closest to the high school. Thank you for all the support you give your Panther player. It is a lot of time and effort, but very much worth it. To all the sports parents who embody this spirit of generosity and compassion, thank you for your tireless dedication, unwavering support, and willingness to go the extra mile. You may not receive trophies or accolades, but know that your impact is immeasurable. You are shaping not just better athletes, but better human beings. While the Little Panthers get set up, we are going to go through a huge list of parents. Forgive me in advance for any mispronunciations. If I miss anyone, let me know right away. We're going in numerical order with varsity football, and then we'll finish with the dance team, Bridget and Adam Peterson, parents of Parker Peterson. Let's give them 2 claps. Jim and Judy Claus, parents of Gavin Claus. Mitzi and Mike Blair, parents of Lucas Blair. Nicole and Kenny Beckel, parents of number 6, Tyler Beckel. Julie and Jeff Stoltenberg, parents of number 7, Jack Stoltenberg. Dusty and Lexi Olson, parents of number 8, Cooper Olson. Chad and Jolene Wittenberg, parents of number 10, Gavin Wittenberg. Lisa and Ryan Bench, parents of number 11, Hunter Bench. Colleen and Alan Strike, parents of number 13, Bryson Strike. Corinne and Justin Colson, parents of number 14, Omar Colson. Eric and Danielle Bierbauer, parents number 15, Graham Bierbauer. Ed and Amy Roll, parents of number 18, George Roll. Sarah and Peter Windsor, parents number 21, Noah Windsor. Paul and Angie Langer, parents of number 22, E.J. Langer. Andy and Lisa Murphy, parents of number 24, Ian Murphy. Julie and Keith Lundstrom, parents of number 25, Matthew Lundstrom. Jake and Gina Hinrichs, parents of number 27, Cohen Hinrichs. Guy and Megan Stockwell, parents of number 33, Eli Stockwell. Tony and Evie Christensen, parents of number 37, Jens Christensen. Sarah Scott, Merrick Van Horn, parents of number 40, Sawyer Van Horn. Lavanda and Chuck Huff, parents of number 44, Charles Huff. Elma Rangel and Guillermo Perez Solanzo, parents of number 50, Alexander Perez Rangel. Abby and Mitch Myers, parents of number 51, Wiley Myers. Zach Poston and Mercedes Castillo, parents of number 53, Mateo Poston. Jenny and Dan McMahon, parents of number 54, Jack McMahon. CJ Peterson and Chad Young, parents of number 55, Brecken Young. Eric and Cindy Starbuck, parents of number 56, Gavin Starbuck. Tony and Lynette Vogel, parents of number 59, Daniel Vogel. Kelly and Jenny Anderson, parents number 60, Landon Anderson. Lindsay and Travis Barnes, parents number 62, Cody Barnes. Danielle and Gary Crescent, parents of number 64, Chase Crescent. Aaron and Melissa Campbell, parents number 65, Carson Campbell. Nicole and Edward Doherty, parents of number 66, Trevor Doherty. Angela Keenan, parents of number 68, Cole Keenan. In the passing, Terry Johnson, parents of number 72, Jeremiah Johnson. Amanda and Pedro Ortiz, parents of number 73, Christopher Ortiz. Steve and Jenny Alvarado, parents of number 74, Gabe Alvarado. Brianna Lindgren, Jason Tross, parents of number 77, Eli Cave. Susan Grand and Sa Grand, parents of number 78, Eli Grand. Pamela and Michael Salke, parents number 80, Keegan Salke. Doug and Jen Van Watermelon, parents number 84, Kyle Van Watermelon. RJ and Ashley Pritchard, parents number 88, Lewis Pritchard. Levon and Tom Augustine, parents of number 95, Nathan Augustine. Once again, Susan and Sa Grand, parents of Sophia Grand. Andrea and Blaine Hinrichs, parents of Abigail Hinrichs. Julie and Dan Brenner, parent of DJ Daniel Brenner. Sarah Ainsworth, parent of Jay Ainsworth. We got lots of helpers and managers, and here's the dance section of parents for today. Josh and Amber Sanders, parent of Abby Sanders. Donnie and Angie Saby, parent of Addie Saby. Tim and Jill Faber, parent of Aubrey Faber. Robert and Rebecca Stenson, parent of Brea White. Joe and Danielle Richardson, parent of Bree Richardson. Todd and Connie Jardine, parent of Carly Jardine. Joe and Jenny Peterson, parent of Cora Peterson. Rachel Fritz, parent of Eden Fritz. Chad and Laura Peterson, parent of Isabel Peterson. Adam and Alyssa Matzik, parents of Kenzie Matzik. Sean and Tina Gitford, parents of Kenzie Gitford. Mark Jensen and Erica Johnson, parents of Mariah Ortiz Benlock. Steve and Jen Abbas, parents of Molly Abbas. Christine and Jason Shell and Arthur and CJ Shelley, parents of Pearl Shelley. Melissa Murphy and Shane and Ashley Murphy, parents of Presley Murphy. Travis and Amy Hoyer, parents of Savannah Hoyer. Jamie and Christy Morehouse, parents of Savea Morehouse. And rounding out our slew of Panthers, Tim and Haley Schmidt, parent of Viola Schmidt. Give yourselves another round of applause. That is a lot of names, that's a lot of help, and great people, great kids. Very thankful for all that you do. Give us just a minute here to get music set up for the juniors. We'll be ready to rock and roll. testing that out. Let us know if that's loud enough or not. We're doing our best. All right, let's give it up for the Little Panther dance team. They've been working hard. Great job, gang. So much fun. Just one more reminder, if you've not done so, please stop by the gift table located by the concession stand. Parents receive a small gift of appreciation donated by Ellsworth Football Association and Amber Jean Photography. Remember, after the game, Kate Ocker generously offered to take a photo of each player or dancer with their parents at the field goal post closest to the school, overlooking our new weight room, a new addition to Ellsworth High School. So awesome. Once the clock hits all zeros, we got 3 extra minutes, just so you know. College football fans out there, Syracuse over Clemson, 33-14, Oregon the Ducks, in-state rivalry over the Beavers, 21-7, just before halftime.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are winding down here at the end of the halftime festivities. It was Parents' Day today, which was supposed to be celebrated last night. Ellsworth has a 14-0 lead on Amery, as we have about 3 minutes or a little less till we start the second half. Obviously, we don't have specific stats here for you, but the one thing we can, of course, tell you is that Ellsworth did force a pair of turnovers in the first half, an interception by Parker Peterson and a quick turnover to start the game on a fumble recovery, which helped them to get down the field and score a touchdown. Cone Heinrichs has a touchdown run from about 4 yards out, and George Rowe also has a touchdown catch from about 22 yards away. Defensively, Ellsworth's been able to do a pretty good job so far at holding Amery down in the first half. Their pass defense has done pretty well, giving up a couple big plays, and they've been able to hold Keaton Wallen, an excellent running back and fullback, to not too many big plays running the football either. So we'll have to see if that will continue here in the second half. Certainly one thing Coach Heller, I'm sure, would like to see improved is the penalties. I don't have the exact count for penalties, but I have to think Ellsworth has at least 6, maybe 7 penalties in the first half, and that's something that will definitely have to get cleaned up as we get ready to go here. So I am Jeff Farndorf. I'm glad that folks are here checking out some of the game. As we've said, because of circumstances out of our control, trying to broadcast the game from home today with the huddle camera footage. The internet speed probably not as good as it needs to be here from my home. So in that case, we obviously have a bit of a lagging video, so we apologize and sorry about that. If you've chosen to check out, certainly understand, but we hope that some of you are still checking out the game regardless. And a reminder that next week, Ellsworth will be on the road as they head to Baldwin-Woodville for a tough game with the Blackhawks, and Amery will host Altoona next Saturday afternoon in another Middle Border Conference game as well. So we're glad you're here. Shout out to anybody that is checking out the game here on this Saturday afternoon, including a big shout out to our We Are founder, Bob Rombach, who helped set this up so we'd be able to broadcast the game from home here today and still be able to check out the action. And we have a couple quarters left to go. Not much else as of right now. I just was able to get off finding it looked like the Badgers took a tough one there, 27-10 over a loss there to Maryland. So I guess the question becomes is, will the Wisconsin Badgers have a new head coach soon, you think? Or will Luke Fickell keep his job for the remainder of the year? Brewers play tonight against the Cardinals. Almost clinched that division. And, of course, the Packers will be playing tomorrow. How about the start the Packers have had? Nice start to their season. Let's hope that continues, right? So we're about ready to start the second half here, and Ellsworth will receive.
Winner of this contest earns win number 3 on the season, and will go to 3-2.
And we'll have the ball on offense to get the second half going in the always tough Middle Border Conference. We've obviously seen the Middle Border has produced a lot of really good, solid Division IV football teams that have made it deep into the playoffs, almost to Madison, like Baldwin did last year, coming up just a little short against, I believe it was Racine St. Catherine's in the state championship game. Baldwin, the way they're playing right now, they might just get right back there again. We'll certainly have to see come next week when Ellsworth heads there. So Amery ready to kick off as we're getting ready to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
Maxon is kind of the do-everything here for Amery. He is also the kicker along with the quarterback, one of their leading rushers as well.
Second half.
So Olsen and Heinrichs will be back deep. Here comes the kick, and it's a high one. And here comes Heinrichs. He gets a block. And guess what? I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, there's another penalty flag being thrown to start the second half. It looks like.
There is a flag down on the return.
Apparently we're going for the record of number of penalties here in this game, and another penalty on Ellsworth to start the second half. So not a good way to start after the return, but Ellsworth will back it up here. They will start about at the 19-yard line offensively. That looks like Cooper Olsen in the backfield here for Ellsworth, with receivers right and left, and George Roll at tight end. Here comes Heinrichs in motion. They're going to swing it to Heinrichs, looking to try to get some blockers on the edge. Only gets a yard or two before getting ridden out of bounds. Good play there on the pursuit by the Amery defense. And it will be second down and about 8 or 9 to go here on this Saturday afternoon. Seeing the long shot of the huddle camera video. Nice to see a number of people were able to still make it down for the football game today. Obviously not as many probably as would have been if the game went on last night. But glad they were able to get this game in. Here's Stoltenberg in the pistol, showing blitz, and they're going to ride it to Heinrichs, and he is smacked right away in the hole there by a host of Amery defenders, including it looked like Maxon, who was in there making that play. And so it'll be 3rd down and 8. No gain for Ellsworth on that one. Amery defensively has been pretty solid too. They gave up that touchdown drive and the long pass to George Roll. They have done a pretty good job holding back Ellsworth as well. Couple receivers to the bottom of your screen here, Peterson and Kloss. Stoltenberg takes the quick snap, looks there, nothing on the out, throws it back over the middle. He's got number 40, Sawyer Van Horn, the tight end, and the junior gets himself and Ellsworth a first down.
Sawyer Van Horn. 6'2"
Nice job by Jack Stoltenberg. He wanted to go to the right there and was looking at Parker Peterson, but that was covered up. Came back to the left, found Sawyer Van Horn, and Ellsworth gets a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 from the 35. It's going to bring Parker Peterson in motion, and it's going to fake that snap, looking over the top to George Roll. Let's see. That is ruled a catch by the referee on the far side of the field. And it looks like another first down for Ellsworth as they march into Amery territory inside the 50. That time they faked the screen to the left and then hit the big senior receiver, George Roll, down that sideline by the Amery bench. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the third. Let's see here, about the 48-yard line of Amery. Two receivers to the top of your screen. George Rowe on the wing, bottom of the screen. Peterson in motion, and newsflash, another penalty flag. Oh, boy. We've got false start apparently on Ellsworth. Coach Elling not too happy about that one. Ellsworth is having a serious issue in this game with penalties, which are really hurting them offensively. It'll be 1st and 15. Obviously, as a lot of people know, Ellsworth not playing with senior receiver Omar Colson,
46.
who was injured in the scrimmage back in mid-August. Obviously, Ellsworth hoping maybe at some point they can get him back, but certainly not looking too positive that they'll get him back on the field. 1st and 15 now on the Ellsworth side of the field. Peterson in motion. Give to Heinrichs coming on the left side, and he is hit and dropped by the Amery defense. Might have been a loss of a couple more yards on that play.
Brings up 3rd down.
Good penetration by the Amery defense, and they hit Heinrichs for another loss, and it's going to be 3rd and really long.
Correction, 2nd down, 15.
So 2nd and 15, my apologies. I thought it was 3rd down. Now I can see there on the scoreboard. So we're just going to have receivers left and right with Roll in his normal wing position. Stoltenberg, quick drop on the out to Peterson. Nice pitch and catch. It's going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Good high percentage throw right there by Ellsworth on that one. And so it's going to be 3rd and about 2 or 3.
And 4 to go.
Excuse me, I hear Mr. Whalen there. It sounds like he said 3rd and 4. Third and 4 for Ellsworth. Sticking with the same formation with Van Horn at tight end on the left side. Blitz coming, looking on the out again to Peterson. Dangerous pass, though, almost intercepted. Stoltenberg threw that one behind Peterson. He probably had him open, but threw it more to the inside of the field and was lucky that pass was not intercepted. So it's going to be 4th down. It's like Ellsworth's going to go for it. As they are on the Amery side of the field here. As they break the huddle, Crescent will snap it to Stoltenberg. 2 receivers to the left, matched up here man-to-man coverage. Peterson in motion, looking on the quick pass on the slant to Kloss. And it looks like another completion to Gavin Kloss.
That is another Ellsworth Panther first
That will
down.
be another Ellsworth Panther 1st down.
Temporary injury timeout.
We have an injury timeout here for an Amery player. We'll try to get you that number here. We see who that is. Being that we're not at the game here, a little tougher to see. But we will be back in just a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Back here to Ellsworth. Jeff Farndorf here. We are Ellsworth. We will try to get a number here for you on who the injured player is for Amery. Ellsworth is on the march. They have moved to the Amery 31-yard line here when we resume play with a 14-0 lead. Hopefully everything's okay there for the injured player for Amery, and it's nothing too serious.
Hopefully nothing serious for the young Amery Warrior. And while we wait here. Once again, some quick scores on the middle border in the region.
All right, looks like the player is up. That is good to see. Try to get a number here for it. Looks like that is number 2, Cody Hatch.
Number 2, Cody Hatch.
Who was a D-back and played wide receiver there for Amery. Good to see him up, even though he's definitely limping off the field. So hope that he will be okay.
Here we go.
So we resume at 1st and 10, 8:54 to go here.
On the 30-yard line.
Ellsworth has found some success now passing the football. Let's see if that opens up the run game or not. Stoltenberg's going to bring his motion man and takes the snap. Dive to Heinrichs right up the middle. He's going to go. He's got a couple yards. So it will be 2nd down.
Heinrichs gain of 3.
As it looks like number 55, Brecken Young, coming in the game here for Eli Grand.
Coming right up.
Take a few snaps at offensive guard. 2nd and 7 from the 29. Man coverage on both sides of the field here for Amery. Stoltenberg takes the snap, again goes to Heinrichs, picking his way through the left side of the line with another 3 to 4 yards.
That makes it 3rd and short for E-Town.
So it's going to be 3rd and probably 2-3 yards for Ellsworth here. There's a lot of players shuffling in the game here. George Roll taking some instructions from Coach Elling. See if George Roll is going to be the one taking the snap here. Let's see. 3rd and 3. That's exactly what's going to happen. Kind of looks like a student body right formation here for Ellsworth. And now we've got a timeout, Ellsworth.
Timeout for Ellsworth with 7.5.
Apparently Ellsworth had the wrong personnel in there as someone was coming in on field late. And so they had to burn a timeout, unfortunately. Coach Elling talking to the referee about something. I'm not sure what, obviously. But whatever it is, they had to burn a timeout because of it. Coach Heller's looking for an explanation about something too. Possibly something about the personnel coming in on the field did not get checked in, or what the situation was.
Big play coming up for both squads.
All right, so we'll be 3rd and 3 again after that timeout. George Roll is going to take the snap here, kind of a wildcat snap. And he's got a lot of guys lined up in front of him here, including a couple of guys almost right by him, Sawyer Van Horn and Brecken Young. Snap comes, he plows ahead to the right, looking to get outside, which he does, and we've got another penalty flag. Oh, my goodness gracious.
After that play,
tough for me to watch, seeing here, but
out of the jumbo package, there is a hold. Back up to
it's tough to see that one team can get called for 10 penalties in one game, but maybe that's just the case. Seems every time something happens that Ellsworth gets a positive play, there goes another penalty flag. So it will push them back. George Roll had the first down. And it will push it back to 3rd and 13 now.
For E-Town.
And Jack Stoltenberg will come back in the game at quarterback. Probably 2 chances to pick up that first down since they're in Amery territory. So let's see if Ellsworth tries to get a chunk of it back here. Stoltenberg will take the snap. Straight back. Looking up top. And, whoa, I don't know. I'm surprised that that's not a pass interference penalty, ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty. I get it that there can be some plays, but when the defensive back's not even looking at the ball and is just going into the receiver like that and never turns around, it's pretty hard for me to sit there and look and go, that's not pass interference. That definitely could have been called easily. So unfortunately, that break does not go Ellsworth's way, even though it certainly looked like Amery probably got a break on that play, to be honest. And so Ellsworth will be in to punt.
Punting to Wolin.
And Wolin will be back to get the punt. Heinrichs gets it off, but it goes out of bounds. Pretty short punt there, maybe around the 19-yard line. And so Amery will take over their first possession of the second half. After Ellsworth's drive stalls out. First and 10. Amery will be at the 35. They've run pretty much spread offense majority of the game. They're going to go with a receiver to the top along with a tight end, gives to Wallen, and there's not a lot there for him. He's met right away by the Ellsworth D, including Eli Grand, Brecken Young, and many others in the middle of the line.
Down and 10.
Coach Bahacek gets the defense set. A majority of the game defensively, Ellsworth's been going with 3 down linemen, Cresson, Eli Grand at nose tackle, and Brecken Young at end. So they're going to send Wyatt Hansen down to the bottom of our screen here. Now they're using a tight end. Back to throw. Mexon gets pressure. He escapes away before Sawyer Van Horn hits him. Now we have another penalty thrown by the referee. I'm not sure what this is for.
Penalty flag.
Let's see. Another penalty on Ellsworth. Sounds like the Ellsworth fans are not too happy.
Ellsworth.
Oh, now we have another penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ellsworth. Well, look, I can't tell, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not at the game right now. But we didn't come to the game just to watch the referees throw penalty flags. And it certainly seems like in a lot of cases that the calls are going one way on a majority of the plays here. And I'm not sure what led to the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Ellsworth. It might have been Coach Heller, who has finally just had enough. But it certainly doesn't bear out the fact that Ellsworth has been called for 3 times the amount of penalties that Amery had. And at some point, you have to look and go, this is about the football players. This is not about the referees. So here we go. First and 10. The ball now up to midfield, and Keaton Wallen is able to get a run, and he gains a few yards. It's tough for the players when there continues to be penalties called time after time after time again. So, 2nd and 5. I realize I am the Ellsworth broadcaster, but I'm sure probably if the shoe were on the other foot too, people would be a little bit disappointed to see that happening also. 5:45 to go, 14-0. Amery with a couple more penalties has moved the ball into Ellsworth territory. Maxon on the dive, Wallen with a hole, there he goes, breaks a tackle, and he might be gone. He is going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Amery. And Amery is on the board.
The junior gets the Warriors on the board.
And Amery is on the board with a big-time run by the junior running back, Keaton Wallen. That was probably about 45 yards. And Amery is on the board. It is 14-6. Big hole and a nice run by number 22. And Amery finally has broken the goose egg on the board and scored some points. So the kick by Maxon is up, and it is no good. And it is 14-6. 14-6 Ellsworth. So Wallen with a About a 45-yard touchdown run. Amery's drive also aided with roughly about 25 yards or so of penalties called on Ellsworth, as Ellsworth is going to look to try to regroup after a tough start here to the third quarter, and Coach Heller getting the special teams ready. But this game is going to be tight and continues to be tight as we get going here in the third quarter. Heinrichs and Olsen will be back to receive the kick. You just knew probably with Amery's weapons on offense, it was a matter of time till they were able to get one in the end zone, and Wallen broke loose and headed down the left sideline for a big-time touchdown run.
Hendricks back deep for E-Town, along with Cooper Olsen, number 8.
Well, now Ellsworth is going to have to get their composure back here. They're definitely frustrated with feeling like they're getting called for a penalty at least once every 3 to 4 plays here. But they're going to have to keep playing and move forward here. They're going to have to keep playing and move forward. 5:29 to go. Here's the kick by Maxson. Short kick. That's picked up here by Olsen, and he is hit hard at about the 30. And here comes Ellsworth on offense.
Nice 25-yard
1st and 10.
Panthers looking.
Nice tackle there by the Amery special teams. And it'll be first down here for Ellsworth. 14-6 ball game here. Ellsworth in the need of doing something here offensively. They've been able to move the ball some, but the last couple of drives, penalties have just shot themselves. They've just shot themselves in the foot here. So Stoltenberg brings a man in motion. He's going to pitch to Heinrichs. Gets to the left side with a cutback. Gets a yard, maybe 2. That'll be second down coming up.
Second down and 8.
Matthew Lundstrom also coming in the game here for Ellsworth at running back as Heinrichs comes off the field. 2nd and 8 from the 31, under 5 minutes to go as the clock continues to run here in the third quarter. Here on We Are Ellsworth. So Lundstrom will be the tailback with Peterson and Kloss. And gives to Lundstrom on the run. He's tripped up there by someone that was down there on the ground for Amery.
Gain of a couple.
Looks like number 1, Wyatt Hansen, getting off the pile there. Might have grabbed him by his shoelace and took him down. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Ellsworth. Kind of a big play here. Amery has gotten some momentum now. Ellsworth could be in desperate need of some first downs here. Similar formation again, 2 wide receivers. And Stoltenberg ready to take the snap. Snap comes, straight drop. On the out to Parker Peterson. He's got an easy first down. And everyone in Ellsworth's looking around to see if a penalty is thrown. Doesn't look like it. It'll be a first down for Ellsworth. Big first down. Nice pitch and catch from Stoltenberg to Peterson. And it will be first down Ellsworth. Fresh set of downs to work with. Amery's played a lot of man-to-man out here. Stoltenberg will take another snap. This time we go to Lundstrom. Nice run by the junior. He's gotten about 8 or 9 yards on that play. Nice blocking up front by the O-line.
Second down and 2 coming up.
So it'll be 2nd and short for Ellsworth here. 2nd and 2. Two receivers to the left, George Roll, and a tight end to the right. Snap is given. He's rolling out. Stoltenberg looking up top. He's got a completion to Parker Peterson. Breaks a tackle inside the 10.
Play action pass from Stoltenberg.
That's going to be first and goal for Ellsworth on the play-action pass to Parker Peterson. And it's going to be first and goal for Ellsworth. Nice response by the Panther offense. Nice pass and completion. And it will be inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. And once again, they will send two receivers here to the left. Excuse me here, one to the left, one to the right. And going to ride it straight up the middle to Heinrichs. He's hit, but does get forward for a few.
Yards, gain of a couple, second down and goal.
So second and goal from about the 6 or 7 yard line. Here comes some subs in the game here offensively. Looks like George Roll is going to come and take the snap again offensively here. Second and goal from the 4 yard line. A little bit of a wildcat formation look here, a jumbo package for Ellsworth. Nice to have a 6'6" guy taking those snaps, probably too. So, Roll with the jumbo package. He's going to fake and come left, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Ellsworth. Great response by the Ellsworth offense on that jumbo package. They get the touchdown, and Ellsworth gets that back to a 2-score lead after the big touchdown by Amery. And a 20-6 lead.
95.
Augustine on to kick the extra points. Nice response by the Ellsworth offense after facing a little adversity there in the third quarter. Looks like they're missing somebody out here. Here it comes. Looks like they're Chase Crescent coming out here. They're going to reset on the line. Here we go. Now they're all set. Snap. Uh-oh. Lost spot. Stoltenberg gets up, tries to throw it, and gets hit. So tough snap and hold there. So the kick is no good. And it is a 2-score game. That was a 20-6. Ellsworth here with the lead over Amery as we are winding down to the end of the third quarter here. Two teams with 2-2 records looking to pick up their third win in the Middle Border Conference here on We Are Ellsworth. Ellsworth ready to kick off. Again, we've said it many times throughout the broadcast. Thanks for checking out the video, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of the fact we were trying to broadcast from home today. And pretty clear, learned the lesson that the internet is probably not fast enough to keep the video and my commentary up to date. So we hope you're still sticking with us, checking out some of the ball game. As Ellsworth has got a 2-score lead again here with 1:49 left to go in the third quarter. Pretty quick moving third quarter here. Augustine ready to kick it back off to Amery. And there is the kick. And it's going to be taken here and brought back, it looks like, by Wallen. He breaks a couple tackles, still going. For Eli Caves is able to wrestle him down at about the 35-yard line.
The Amery football, 1st and 10. Good hustle.
And here comes Amery, first down. Maxon breaks the huddle. They have gone to an extra man on the line here, a bit of maybe a tight end. 3 receivers. And Wallen at running back. Oh, now there's someone else coming back in the game. Looks like Hatch is back in the game, so good to see he's healthy after that injury earlier. Oh, got a little illegal motion there, it looks like, on Amery. Penalty going the other way this time.
5-yard penalty against the Warriors.
That'll back Amery up 5 yards. Nice afternoon here on a Saturday for football. Amery will come back out with send Hatch and Hansen to the bottom of your screen here. Maxon's going to go with the dive up the middle, and he is tackled right away there.
Brought down by number 64.
Looks like Chase Crescent making the play there on the handoff to Keaton Wallen. Tough guy to wrangle down, so a heck of a play there by Crescent, right? So Amery breaks the huddle again. This time they've got Tavion Allen at the bottom of the screen. Oh, it's a direct run by Maxon trying to get to the left side. And he does get some of the yardage back, almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Penalty on that play.
Oh, no. Here we go. We've got another penalty. Personal foul on Ellsworth. I knew we'd gone too long without something happening. Not sure what the penalty is, of course, because it was on the Amery sideline.
We get the late hit, moves the ball up. And that is an Amery first down. Just under a
So
minute to go in
due
the
to
third.
the penalty, once again, Amery is picking up another first down. That is now multiple first downs Amery's had in this third quarter just on Ellsworth penalties, which has been a certain killer here for Ellsworth. Can't say what happened, but Ellsworth is way too many penalties. Maxon rolling left, pressure coming, gets to the outside, and he's got some yardage, and he's going to get out of bounds.
Scramble for the senior standout, Maxon.
That's going to get almost another first down for Maxon. You can see some of the Ellsworth players are a little nervous to even touch a guy by the out-of-bounds area because they're afraid another penalty is going to be thrown. But Ellsworth has to have way over 100 yards in penalties in this game. It will be marked as a first down. Nice read and run there by the senior quarterback, number 8. And we are down to 51 seconds here in the third quarter. Amery breaks the huddle with 4 wide receivers. Blitz coming off the end. Maxon gets to the left, but he is swallowed up and thrown down.
Wrapping up Maxon.
Good defense there by Van Horn, Lundstrom, Olson, Blair, and many others. That might have been a loss of yardage.
Brings up second down 10.
So the clock will run down here, possibly the last play of the third quarter. And I think Amery is going to let it, well, no, maybe not. Maybe they are going to run one more play. 4 wides with Wallen in the backfield. Maxon does take the snap on the give to Wallen, and he is hung on to there by the Ellsworth defense. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter. So we're going to move to the fourth quarter here with the score Ellsworth 20, Amery 6. As we move to the fourth, it'll be a third down for Amery when we return. Back in just a minute here on We Are Ellsworth.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Fourth quarter time, 20-6 Ellsworth lead.
12 minutes to play.
Amery is at about the Ellsworth 40. One of the toughest problems for Ellsworth has been trying to avoid penalties here, as it seems every time they've had a good play or Amery here in a tough spot, they've gotten called for a penalty. So let's see what happens here, what Amery's got dialed up. Maxon with his 4 receivers gets a blitz coming from the outside, rolls right, looks middle of the field, and it is, let's see, I'm looking for the referee's signal. No signal yet. 3 referees are standing there. Wallen tried to make a catch as they're trying to determine what the play was. Oh, that's never good when that happens, and they call it a catch.
That is a gorgeous catch on a pivotal third down.
Heck of a play there.
22, Keaton Rowland.
Wallen laid out for the catch. None of the referees, I don't think, saw it.
First down.
So a catch was called, and the clock continues to run. Big third down play there by Amery for sure on that. So they will come out here with 4 wides again. Man in motion, and now we've got penalty flags thrown this way. That's going to back Amery up this time. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not counting here, ladies and gentlemen. I bet between the 2 teams, there's close to 20 penalties here. It has been a lot. Amery's had their share, but not as many as Ellsworth for sure. So it'll be 1st and 15 now, as they are backed up just outside the 20. They will come back out again with that spread. Austin Hansen, Hatch at the bottom of the screen. Maxon with the straight drop. Rolls right. Looks deep. And it is incomplete. A little bit overthrown there, looking in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd down.
Good coverage by the Ellsworth Panthers. It'll be 2nd and long. I think Ellsworth's a little hesitant to come after Maxon too much because he is a running threat. They don't want to let him escape and run for a big play. Second and 15 from the 21. Four wide receivers again for Amery with Wallen in the backfield. Straight drop. Pressure coming on the inside. Rolls left. Lots of room. And finally is going to get hit and thrown down. Not much there. Maybe a loss of yardage. Good coverage and containment again by Ellsworth. Sawyer Van Horn, one of the leading tacklers on the defense. So it'll be 3rd and a long mile here for Amery. If Ellsworth looking for a stop. Amery looking to make it a 1-score game. All right, here we go. Big play here for Ellsworth. 3rd and 15. 4 wides again for Amery with Hatch coming in motion. There's a play, and they're going to give it to Wallen. There's not much there. Good job by Crescent, Eli Grand. Guys in the middle of that line kind of holding things up, so not much there. Van Horn's in there again. So it's going to be 4th and long here for Amery. I think they were trying to get some of that yardage back. So obviously Amery's going to have to go, as it is the 4th quarter now. See if Ellsworth can make the play and hopefully avoid a penalty or anything coming here. 4th and 14 from the Ellsworth 13. Receivers both sides. Maxon back. Looking to throw. 3-man rush. Looks up top. And it is incomplete.
Incomplete.
He was looking there for number 10, it looked like. Alex Siebenaller. And that pass was a little high and incomplete. Ellsworth will take over on downs. Nice job by the Panther defense. Making a stand here. And Ellsworth will take things over. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Panthers.
From the 20-yard line. Ellsworth will take over. All right, receivers here to the left and to the right, man in motion. And the give, is that Lundstrom or Heinrichs? It is Heinrichs on the run. He does gain a couple.
Second down.
Looks like number 1 for Amery might be coming out of the game there, Wyatt Hansen. It will be second down as Ellsworth is just content. Get that clock running. And hopefully get out of here with another Middle Border Conference W here today. Second down. Second and 7. Heinrichs is in the backfield with Stoltenberg. Brings that man in motion. He's going to give to Heinrichs. Got a little room to cut to the left. Running hard. And gets the ball probably at about 32, 33-yard line. Nice run by the senior, and that's going to pick up an Ellsworth first down. All Ellsworth needs right now. Nice job by Heinrichs reading the play and cutting to the left. Picks himself up a first down. All right, roll wing right. Peterson also to the right. Give to Heinrichs again. Gets a few yards on the play.
Good for a couple.
And the clock continues to tick, tick, tick as we wind down to 8 minutes and below here. Second down and 8. Kloss is at the bottom of the screen here. Peterson at the top. Stoltenberg takes the snap. Quick drop. Looking at Peterson on the out. They have milked that play all game. Peterson fumbles it, but it looks like it went out of bounds. So that pass is going to be complete. That's going to be another Ellsworth first down. They've milked that play to a lot of success in this game for sure. Another nice pass by Jack Stoltenberg. And that's going to get Ellsworth another set of downs. So first down, that's going to be Ellsworth moving the ball to about their own 47. Same lineup, cast of characters. It's been pretty much all offensive day here for Ellsworth. The give to Heinrichs, looking to cut, got a little hole, there he goes. Nice, one of Cone Heinrichs' best runs of the game right there. That's going to give them another first down, and the clock will continue to run. That was a nice read and cut there by Cone Heinrichs, running on that left side behind Landon Anderson and Gabe Alboredo. First and 10, and the clock continues to run. Ellsworth's friend here, the clock for sure. Same formation with Kloss and Peterson. Stoltenberg takes the snap, moving to the right. Heinrichs looking for a block, puts his head down and gets about 3 yards. And the clock will continue to run as we are now under 7 minutes to go in the game. Just what Coach Heller was dialing up here. Heinrichs will get a little bit of a breather after a nice job running the football. After this next snap, it'll likely go down under 6 minutes. So it's like Cooper Olson is going to be in the backfield, the junior. Stalky at tight end, roll in the wing left. Peterson, the man in motion. Gives to Cooper Olson up the middle. Gets himself a couple more yards.
It's number 8 on the carry for Ellsworth.
Looks like some festivities going on there. Is it Eli Caves losing his helmet?
Third and short.
He's going to have to come out of the game here.
Third down and 3.
So third and 3, we're under 6 minutes to go. Ellsworth just bleeding the clock here, looking for some first downs. Probably 2 cracks at 3 yards. Olson still in the backfield. So Brecken Young's moved over to guard. Grand to right tackle for a play. There's the give to Olsen. Big hole there. Closes up, though. Nice job by the Amery defense. Let's see where they mark it.
Once again, back-to-back carries for Cooper Olsen.
Let's see, waiting for the signal here from the referee. He's looking.
It'll be 4th and short.
4th and inches. 4th and short. So the clock will continue to run as it goes under 5 minutes to go. Oh, now we have a stop.
The officials.
They're going to get the chains to come out for a measurement here. Well, if it is a first down, then Ellsworth is going to be in good shape. If it is short, then we know it's going to be the jumbo package here with George Roll. So the chain gang is coming out. And let's see what they got here. Referee's looking. 4th and inches. Okay. So Ellsworth can kind of put this one on ice here with a first down. As they have run some clock here in this 4th quarter. Now on this formation, they're going to have Cooper Olsen split to the left. George Roll is going to take that direct snap. So obviously I have to think it's going to be something involving him running forward on 4th and short from the jumbo formation here. Let's see what they decide to do. Snap is there, going forward. Oh, he's got the first down. I don't know. That might be your dagger right there, ladies and gentlemen, as the clock will continue to run. But let's see what happens as Ellsworth will get their regular offensive formation back out there. And the clock will continue to run. Under 5 minutes to go. And Ellsworth with a comfortable 20-6 lead here on Amery. Back to their regular formation with Van Horn and a tight end on the left side and Roll on the wing. Student body left. Here comes Heinrichs. And he's down close to the 20. And the clock continues to run.
Gain of 4.
Under 5 to go. And by the time the next snap comes, it will be under 4 minutes to go. So Ellsworth has methodically moved the ball down the field. Good to see the running game getting going here. As they'll come back out with Heinrichs and Stoltenberg. Same tandem in the backfield. Stoltenberg takes the snap, riding it to the right. Heinrichs cutting it out to the right. There he goes. Stiff arm. He might go. Touchdown, Ellsworth. And there is your dagger. A great run by Cone Heinrichs off the right side. Some nice blocking by the O-line. And he finishes it on the right side for a touchdown. And Ellsworth opens up a 26-6 lead with under 4 minutes left to go in this ball game. Has to make Coach Heller feel good to see that offensive line and running game get going there. And to bleed a good 4 or 5 minutes off the clock and to finish it with a touchdown. Augustine in for the point after. Spot's good, ball's down, and it is right down the pipe, and Ellsworth has a 3-score lead with 3:51 left to go.
Just under 4 minutes to go on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
27-6, Ellsworth lead. Amery will be getting the ball back here with 3:51 left to go. So as we get ready here for the kickoff, big shout out today to all the people that have came to check out the game, even though it was on a Saturday afternoon. Glad to see it looks like there's definitely some folks checking things out. A shout out as well, as I told my students I would do, a shout out to the 5th graders. The 5th graders have been working hard at EES. Those of you I've not had the pleasure of meeting, I teach 5th grade at the Ellsworth Elementary School. So a shout out to the 5th grade students and all the teachers at EES for all the hard work they've been doing each day as we're getting our first month of the school year underway here. We're excited to be back in another school season, and it's another school year, I should say. Augustine ready to kick it off. Ellsworth extending to a 27-6 lead. Here's the run-up. And this one's a bit of a short pooch one. And it's going to be falling on at the 35-yard line.
Austin Hampton. The Warrior ball.
And it will be first down.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the contest.
And Ellsworth back on defense now. A few different players in there up front for Ellsworth. Brecken Young has been doing a nice job at defensive end. Looks like number 72 is that? Jeremiah Johnson playing nose tackle. First down for Maxon. See if Amery can get a quick strike. Wide receiver screen, that has just not been there. All day long, Ellsworth has covered that play up. Cody Hatch with the reception, but might have been maybe for a yard, maybe a loss of a yard. So it'll be second down. Van Horn coming out of the game. Heinrichs coming in as an extra defensive back. Up front, it looks like, give you some numbers there. That's number 68 for Ellsworth there. I believe that's Cole Keenan playing a defensive tackle. One thing Ellsworth has this year, they haven't had in a lot of years, is some size on the front, on the offensive and defensive line for sure. So been able to put in a lot of different bodies there and keep guys fresh. Second 10 from the 36. We're down to 3 minutes. Maxon looking up top, nothing there. Rolls left, pressure coming, throws it, and it is almost intercepted. Looked like he was looking for number 6, Tavion Allen, and a couple Ellsworth defenders in the vicinity as well. So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 2:54 left to go in this one. Eli Grand coming back in to man the middle here for the Ellsworth defensive line. Ellsworth obviously playing it a little bit deep and conservative here. They can force Amery to complete it in front of them and tackle him. 4 wides for Maxon. There's a straight drop, pressure coming off the left side. He winds up and throws, and that one is overthrown.
Mark on that 3rd down pass play.
A little bit overthrown on his receiver there on the side, on the far sideline there. And it will be 4th down. Amery, of course, has to go. So Ellsworth looking to make one more stop here. Or are they going to punt? I'm surprised, I guess. Thought maybe they would go, but looks like they're dropping back to punt. Ellsworth playing it safe just in case. And there is the punt by Maxon, and it's a nice one, too. Kloss just going to get out of the way.
Beautiful punt.
That ball is going to roll and roll and roll some more. So it will be first down for Ellsworth as they look to run this clock out here. Ellsworth is going to go to 3-2 overall here after the game today, and also 2-1 in the Middle Border Conference after this one. Amery will be dropping to 2-3 in the Middle Border Conference, or excuse me, overall. My apologies. They will be 2-3. As Ellsworth will come back out here. Looks like George Roll is going to take the direct snap once again with Cooper Olson to the left. Brings Cooper Olson in motion. And it is going to be kind of a student body right here with George Roll. And it will be a gain of, wait, he's still running, but apparently he was down. And we have another penalty apparently. Got to get a couple more of those in before we leave, I guess. Let's see here what the referees have on this one. Ellsworth's backing up. It's going to be a hold on Ellsworth. There'll be one thing I'm sure Coach Heller, when he looks back here for next week's game against Baldwin, is going to be cleaning those things up. We don't have the totals, but I think it's pretty clear Ellsworth has over 10 penalties in this game for sure. So it will be 1st and long, as they are now backed up to about the 5-yard line, roughly 4-yard line it looks like. Here comes an extra player into the game. Gavin Kloss, a little late getting in there, but now he gets to the side. And Stoltenberg back at the quarterback position. And there's the give to Heinrichs. Tries to break a couple tackles and does get forward for a few yards.
About a 4-yard gain.
Couple players getting off the pile there for Amery, including, it looks like, number 68, Craig Hoffman, making a tackle there, junior. As we get down under 2 minutes to go here before this one winds up on a Saturday. One or two more plays here for Ellsworth to wind this one up here today. Stoltenberg waiting. Now he will get into position. Snap comes. Heinrichs looking to cut it. Leaps a player.
Nice cut
and
back.
Does gain a few more.
Hendricks.
And the clock will run down here to
down in about 5.
under 1 minute when this next play is snapped. Nice win here today for the Ellsworth Panthers against the tough Amery Warrior team. 3rd down. Under a minute left to go here as the clock winds down. Stoltenberg ready. Gives to Heinrichs on the left side. Tries to put that shoulder down.
Hendricks just off to the left side.
And it looks like he's being marked short of the 1st down. Or, nope. I believe, let's see here.
That is
going to be a 1st down. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Ellsworth.
That will do it. The clock is going to run out here. And Ellsworth is going to pick up a nice win here over the Amery Warriors. Cone Heinrichs has had a nice game today at running back for Ellsworth.
Panthers do not have to run a play.
As players are shaking hands in the middle of the field. A good hard-fought game by both teams. Good luck to the Amery Warriors, too, as they head to play against Altoona. So that will be the final today of 27-6, as Coach Heller and the Panthers will pick up another conference win today. And we'll move to 3-2 overall and 2-1 in the middle border, with a tough game staring them at the face next week when they take on the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks. A couple notes here from this game, as we'll give you a couple things here. Obviously, we don't have specific statistics today since I'm by myself, but Ellsworth did force a couple of turnovers, an interception, and a fumble recovery. Cone Heinrichs had a 4-yard touchdown run, and George Roll had a couple of touchdowns as well. Actually, Cone Heinrichs had 2 touchdowns. He had a touchdown in the first half from 4 yards, and then had a second touchdown in the 4th quarter from probably close to 25 yards or so away. George Roll had a receiving touchdown and then also had a rushing touchdown to lead Ellsworth's offense. I thought Jack Stoltenberg did a nice job passing the football today, too. They had a lot of good high-percentage throws to Parker Peterson and to Gavin Kloss to get them involved in the offense, which I thought did a nice job for Ellsworth there. Amery offensively, Keaton Wallen had a big touchdown run from about 40 to 45 yards away. But overall, Ellsworth's defense really did a nice job. They contained quarterback Jacob Maxson, did not allow him to break out and rush for a lot of big gains, either on designed running plays or escaping the pocket when he tried to pass. And for a majority of the game, Ellsworth was able to shut down Amery's passing game without too much, without being hurt really too much. Obviously, as we talked about in the second half, penalties are going to be a big thing that Ellsworth will have to work on for next week. but I'm sure it'll be something they'll continue to work on and improve. So just a reminder about the schedule here, ladies and gentlemen. Ellsworth will be heading to Baldwin-Woodville next week. Our next football broadcast will be for homecoming. Homecoming in a couple weeks, the first Friday in October. I believe it's October 3rd when the Somerset Spartans come to town for homecoming night. We're hoping for positive weather Friday, that Friday, so that we'll be able to broadcast the game. Obviously, broadcasting the game from home was kind of a fun thing to do today, but it's also pretty clear that the internet speed might not allow for the best experience. So if it is raining in a couple weeks on that homecoming Friday night, then the chances of us broadcasting the game might not be as good as what we would like. But thank you to those of you that decided to check out the game, even with the lagging video today. We really do appreciate it. Shout out to Mr. Bob Rombach, our We Are Network founder, for helping set this up so that we could still broadcast the game here this afternoon with Ellsworth and Amery. Also a shout out to my mom and dad who were watching the game as well and checking out some of the action, so wanted to make sure to shout them out. Outside of that, folks, we're glad you were with us here today. We will hope to see you in a couple weeks for homecoming when Ellsworth plays Somerset. And until then, my name is Jeff Farndorf. We're glad you were with us here on We Are Ellsworth. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and even though the Badgers had a tough one, let's hope the Packers pull off a big win tomorrow. We will see you in